All right. How's everybody doing out there? So it's time for my bi-monthly check-in to talk about my progress with my preparation to become a front-end developer. And there's been a lot of changes, shall we say. So my decision to pivot towards the infrastructure side, particularly networking and cybersecurity, the talk that the CEO from NVIDIA gave a couple of weeks ago, what he was talking about is something that a lot of people have mentioned and have been a topic of discussion since AI came out. And that topic is that AI on the extreme would reduce the need for software developers at best, or eliminate software developers as a whole at worst. Now, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't see how that can happen, but it's definitely going to make software developing much more efficient. It also made me analyze my journey and say, well, what's the future look like for me? What is the future? What are the possibilities now that this is out there? On top of the fact that the competitive landscape is already significant, let's say, what can I do? What should I do? And so I started digging around, trying to figure out, well, where is the future? Okay, so this is the situation. How can I pivot? Using what I've done now and what I know now, and the knowledge that I've built up, and the capacity and the capability that I've built up, is there something that I could pivot that would allow me to break into technology? Not to say that I wouldn't be able to do it, but what I'm finding is that I'm spending much more time studying for these algorithms than working on my portfolio of projects, and I can't find the balance. I'm falling behind on my JavaScript studies. I'm falling behind on my portfolio building. So my focus went away from the thing that pulled me into the development, into studying for these technical interview questions. And here I was, finding myself at another crossroads. I've done all this work to get myself confident enough to feel that I am a proficient web developer, which I am. And yet, I feel like I still have another year or two before I become skilled in the thing that is standing between me and the career. So I just started hitting the search and figuring out, well, what does this mean? What are other engineers talking about? What are other developers talking about? So I go on Reddit, I started Googling these different forums, I went on Quora, and boom, I got pulled into another rabbit hole. It introduced me to the idea of infrastructure as well as cybersecurity. And I found it to be fascinating. So I started looking into the CCNA, the Cisco Certified Network Administrator certification. And this is exactly what I was talking about. This is something that's feeding my curiosity. This is something that not only I can feel my passion bubbling up again, but it's also something that I realize that we're always going to need. That ground level connection of, there is no internet without these wireless access points connecting to the firewalls, connecting to the switches, connecting to the routers, connecting to the host computers. How do they all talk? Like, what is the internet? How are these packets flying around? How are they decomposed? How are they layered? What does each layer mean? That was really, really cool to really feel that again and feel like that might be my place. And one of the things that I was hoping for to find, or what I was looking for, is where is the demand for technologists going to be in the future? And I'm very excited. And so I'm going to be pivoting. And so I'm going to use this opportunity. I'm still going to do the same thing that I said I was going to do, but now I'm going to be doing it from a networking side and from a cybersecurity side. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm preparing. I started last week. And so I apologize for taking so long in creating the next video of the series. but I wanted to dive into before I announced this pivot. I wanted to get my feet wet. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm taking the first one, the Google Cybersecurity Professional Certificate, which also kind of leads you into the CompTIA Security Plus certification. But I'm also going to be studying for the CCNA, which is the Cisco Certified Network Administrator. And I'm going to be using these videos to document my evolution, my trajectory, my journey, and in this new space. So I'm really excited to continue with this series, and what you're going to be seeing in the next couple of videos is my journey in completing the Cisco Certified Network Administrator certification, and also what I'm learning with the Google Cybersecurity Professional certification. And I'm looking forward to displaying my excitement, but also my hard work into breaking into this field. So with that said, I'll see you in the next one.